So at this point, I've got the bolts out from the front and the back of the seat, and it's slid all the way back, and the electronics are still installed. So the next step is to remove the wiring harness. Okay, I've removed the wiring harness, which strangely enough is different than the driver's side, and I can't understand why. I don't know what that extra little thing is. I'll show you what that looks like. But now it's just a matter of pulling the seat out and putting it right here on my towel that's already set up to receive it. Okay, I've got the seat out, and you can see that I've left the seat belt connected to the chair, just because it's easier to do. And the other one, I couldn't even get the bolt off. But here's a look at the wiring underneath. This black piece doesn't go into anything. This is the one that was connected. These are the two that were on the driver's side. And then there's a third thing, and I don't know what this is. But I had to disconnect that too, so if anybody can tell me what that is, I don't know. And here's all the junk underneath that the vacuum cleaner can't get. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm going to be working on. These are the rails, and these are the two Torx screws, the T25s, and that's the T50, the Torx bolt. If you want to take a look at that. And of course it's the same on the other side. And these line up. You see how they're one for one, here to here, here to here, and then you get an extra little rail at the end of this one. So that's probably going to be my L, because it's a little longer. And here's the main electrical connection. That's where the big white plug goes into, and these are the two smaller ones, and then that weird black one that I have no idea what that's for. I understand that these are for the controls for the seat, but I don't know what that is for. It goes up into, who knows what, it goes up into there somehow. But here we are, back of the seat before any of the dirty work gets done. Okay, see the seat isn't perfectly straight here. Otherwise, you'd see that it's more even here. What I'm going to show you is there's a little stopper here, and if you measure from here, this is before I've done anything. Measure from here up to the bottom of the Torx bolt. You get about 14 1/4, a little more than 14 1/4. And if you look over here, you get the same. It's going to be 14 1/4, because these adjustment screws, the adjustment rods, are they're equal distance as it stands, and we're going to keep it that way. Now I've got the Torx bolts out, the Torx screws out, and these are free to go now. If you're going to do this yourself, which is probably the reason why you're looking at this video, you don't have to worry about anything happening at this point. There are no spring-loaded anything. There's no springs. It's not going to pop out where you can't get it back together. You're perfectly safe up to this point. It's pretty straightforward anyway. It's not that difficult. I'll see if I can get one out. Just show you. And here you can see how it slides freely without the adjustment rod attached to it, which would be attached here. And what I want to do is I want to pull this guy out at the same time. See? He pulls out. And then move this up, otherwise it'll get caught in the middle somewhere. You kind of have to wiggle it out. You can hear pieces of the plastic coming out because there are all kinds of crap in there. So now we've got one of those ugly mothers out. You can get a good look at that. Look at that. There's nothing left. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? Okay. Also, I didn't look, but you can see here, I've got about 3 threads there. Well, I've got 4 threads there, and I've got 1 thread there. It just depends on where I move this to. But eventually I'll probably reinstall it at about 4 threads. And you see the rail is up. My fingers are pretty greasy right now, so I'm going to turn the camera off. And if you didn't get the good look at the other one, I've moved in a little closer so you can see me pull this one out. So I'm going to move this guy up. And move this guy out of here. He's just come free of the motor, and that came out a lot easier. And there's the end where the other one got stuck in the motor. But this comes out, as you see. That's the little piece that connects to the motor. And again, it's just a mess. I got about 4 threads all the way back. And I'm not sure what this piece does. It's probably a stopper to keep it from doing any damage.